everyone, I'm Karen and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do my April 2021 wrap up and it's going to be a good one. Now, I read a grand total of 5 books in April, which I think is like great. I hope I can keep it up for May. So far I'm not doing amazing, but hopefully I'll get a couple more things out. I also started my new job at Firefly Press. Just a quick note for if you guys are interested, I have been reading some of our backlist and some of the titles coming out soon, so I will be talking about them on my channel, but I've decided not to rate them going forward just because I just want to talk about the book, and I think that you guys can make up your own mind about rating and what it should be. I think I still, apart from the books that I'm working on, I'm still just going to read the bits that I'm interested in, and so I think certain books that are not really my cup of tea I probably won't speak about here on the channel, just because, well, you guys kind of know what my taste is like, don't you, by now? So just wanted to give you a quick heads up, and you'll see that on Goodreads as well, that I will not be giving like star ratings going forward, just because I don't know, I just think that's the fairest thing to do, for me to just talk about the book and you guys can make up your own mind. Also, all of my neighbors seem to have decided to like get the circle saw out and get the lawnmower out, so if there's any noise in the background, and also the sun keeps coming in and out, so the lighting will be changeable because oh well. But let's get to the books. So the first book I finished in April was The Gilded Ones by Namina Forna. I love this book. It is, well, it is often described as if the Dora Milaje from Black Panther lived in The Handmaid's Tale, and it's pretty much that. Like, it is basically the best comparison that I've ever seen. It was, just so you know, for those of you who are a bit squeamish, like myself, it is very brutal in the beginning. Like, it is extremely hard-hitting, so just to be aware of that. But it is just fantastically written. I think this is the first in a series. I hope it is the first in a series. I just want to read more. I cannot recommend this highly enough. The characters were so vivid. I cared tremendously for every single character, and yeah, can't wait for the next one. The next book I read in April was Welsh Fairy Tales, Myths and Legends. I can never remember like which way around this title is. I always need to check this title because I always seem to think it's Welsh Myths, but it's Welsh Fairy Tales, Myths and Legends. This is by Fayers, and in this, Fayers takes some of her favourite Welsh tales and myths and legends and tells them for a middle grade audience with her signature wit. It's funny, it's witty, very readable. I loved all the stories. This is ideal if you're looking for either something to read aloud to kids, or if you want to find out a little bit more about like Wales and its mythology, which is very relevant to me because even though I've lived in Wales for about 8 years now, I didn't know any of these stories. So also this is a very pretty edition. This is from Scholastic, and I think they've done a Scottish and an Irish tales as well, so do check out the series. I really enjoyed it. Now the next 3 books that I read were all Firefly titles. The first one was Crater Lake by Jennifer Killick. This is actually not Jennifer's debut, which a lot of people seem to think. She had a Alex Sparrow series with Firefly before, and Mo, Lottie and the Junkers. So this is her 5th book, I think. This is like a humorous horror thriller for middle grade. It is funny, and it was a little bit frightening as well because the description of like the baddies in it was a little bit disconcerting, but I just really enjoyed it. It's about Lance and his group of friends in his class that go on a school trip from hell, basically. They all have their own skills and their own strengths, and it's really fun to like see the different characters shine. The second book in the series, Crater Lake Evolution, is out next Thursday. So yeah, I would highly recommend this. This was really fun. I've never read a middle grade with this kind of humor and horror kind of combination, so I found that really interesting. The next book I read was Laurie and Max by Catherine O'Flynn. This was just shortlisted for the UK Library Association Awards. This is a detective story, so Laurie wants to be a detective. She has wanted to be one ever since she was small. Then all of a sudden some money goes missing, as well as her friend Max. So it's kind of Laurie's story, and well, Max's as well, but this very sensitively handles hidden poverty, which I found was so well kind of integrated, and I just think it's a great way of speaking to kids about those kind of issues. Very readable. I think this is 7 to 12 as well, or is it 9 to 12? Well, it's middle grade. Really, really fun. And again, really quick read. I really enjoyed it. The last book I read in April is not out yet, and that is The Wanderer by Josie Williams. This is a YA romance, but kind of a bit of a paranormal twist. It's about Ryder, who has been dead for 5 years, and the girl that he's fallen in love with, Maggie, she's 15 years old, and she's kind of alone in the world. She only has her nan, but her nan has developed dementia, so she's in a nursing home, so she's kind of in care, and it's basically their story. And also, like, you know, I think Josie says that she's a hopeless romantic, and this is very much come through in this book, I think. It was very readable. I read it in an afternoon. It's not the thing I would usually read because it's very, like, romancy, but I did really enjoy it. Like, it is incredibly, like, addictive in my opinion. It's coming out on the 7th of October, so hopefully we'll have some proofs ready soonish. So there you have it. Those are the books I read in April. Do let me know down below in the comments if you've read any of these, or if you'd want to read any of them. I'd love to have a little chat. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. You know, the usual jazz. And I'll speak to all of you very soon. Bye.